Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I just thought I'd greet everybody before flipping the camera around to do my monthly garden walk around or quick tour that I do on the first Sunday of each month. It's the 2nd of August, so it is indeed the first Sunday, and my plan is just to do a quick walk around and have a look at the plants. I'll concentrate mostly on the ones that are flowering or got perhaps fruits or buds coming or something of interest. I'm not going to list every single plant because it takes too long now on these tours, so there'll only be a quick run over the persimmons and plants like that. Now if you are interested specifically in, say, persimmons, and you actually want to know all of the varieties that I've got, if you go to the playlists on my channel, you will find a folder for just persimmons, and obviously you can have a look at that, and there's at least one video where I look at and list every single persimmon variety I've got. It's only about 20 of them, but they're all named in that video if you want to know them. There's not enough time to do them one by one on this short video today, but I will obviously feature 2 or 3 of the persimmons that have got small embryo fruits developing on them. So without any further delay, I'm going to just stop the video now, or pause the video and turn it around, and we'll have a very quick look around the garden. Catch up with you all in a minute. So I'm going to start with my left hand raised border. This is raised in railway sleepers to make the plants stand out more, improve drainage and make it a little bit easier to maintain. Just going to run very quickly round it. This is my lovely little Aeonium atripurpureum, in flower all summer. On the fence there, my Butylon. I think that's a Butylon megapoticum. I won't give all the names because I'll tend to forget them all. On the fence next to it, my Actinidia arguta isai. Down here flowering, we've got a Daphne at the front. There's my variegated Chilean guava flambeau at the back. Camellia's looking a little bit the worse for wear. I think that needs some iron food. Still got some fruits on my blueberries, which I've bagged to make sure that the last of the fruits don't get stolen by the birds. As you can see, I've got a large quantity of Atropanthus in the garden because they give it a real Mediterranean feel, doing nicely. First of my pineapple guavas, that one's Mammoth, had no flowers on it at all for no apparent reason. Don't know why that's failed to flower this year, but they do go. It is a young plant and it only had one flower next year, so next year it should be covered. Various other blueberry plants here which are finished fruiting now. This is my unnamed pineapple guava. Excuse me. Has had a lot of flowers on it, and some of the embryo fruits are now starting to swell, so we should have some fruits on this. This one's like a round golf ball sized fruit. I think it's an unnamed seedling cultivar. Next to it is my in-ground unnamed pomegranate. It's had a couple of flowers on it. That's doing really nicely. Should get lots of flowers on next year. Still got some flowers on my Caesalpinia at the back, which is one of the legume family. It's been flowering now since June, I think, and it has got some seed pods on it, look like peas. Got plenty of flowers on my passion fruit, which you can probably just see up on the fence there. That variety is Amethyst. It's a real bee magnet. Tucked away at the back there, can't very well see it, is an unnamed seedling persimmon. It is, I believe, an Asian one. May eventually flower, but whether or not it's going to be a male or a female remains to be seen. Bottle brush fairly dormant at the moment. Doesn't have flowers on it now. My buddleia or butterfly bush at the back is now covered in flowers, and that's attracting bees and hopefully a few butterflies. Down at the front here we've got the only Atropanthus I've got in a different colour to the blue. This is Windsor Grey. Next to it, or just behind it, is my Pineapple Guava Triumph. Now this one is doing very nicely. This has got, you should be able to see in there, not easy to see sometimes what you're pointing at when the sun's reflecting on the screen, but this has got quite a few embryo fruits on it, and they're swelling nicely, and there's a load more down here as well, so it looks likely that I could get should get a dozen or so fruits on this one. That at the back, hidden away behind there, is my seedling, no, that's my sunflower pawpaw, growing it in a shady position. It's growing very slowly, but should get some decent growth out in the next year or two. This is my unnamed pawpaw. This is far and away the strongest plant I've got. Didn't flower this year, but I can see a lot of buds in the leaf axils that look as if there'll be flower buds next year, so it should be a good cross-pollinator for my named varieties. These are my crenums. They've been flowering now for, first year they've flowered, they've been in flower now for about 3 or 4 weeks, and there's now another flower bud coming up in there if you can see it, so I'm going to have plenty of flowers on those. I'll dust over my strawberries, a bit embarrassing, I haven't really been looking after them. I've lost several from overwatering, but in actual fact they're sending out so many runners, I'll soon have those replaced. At the back here, got my pomegranate Molar d'Elche. Next to it, still got a few fruits on it, my mulberry Moldova pink. Various fig trees here with embryo fruits. I'm not going to have fruits this year. This one's looking a bit the worse for wear. This is brown turkey. I think it needs a good watering, so I'll get on that in a minute. Next to it is my Illinois Everbearing mulberry that has still got some fruits on it, which you may be able to see if I just move the leaves. I should probably pick those today. Don't know if you can see them or not. Again, the sun's shining on the video, so it makes it very hard to see what you're focusing on. My Asian pear Shinziki has got a fruit on it. I've bagged it. It's got to a nice size so far, so I'm hoping to get one decent fruit off it this year. That one's a Hanafuyu persimmon. No fruits on that one. Moving over to the other side, I've got some bagged Hongli Asian pears there. I've got 2 of those on that plant. I've had unfortunately had a large number of flowers on my 4 jujube plants, but unfortunately no fruit set whatsoever again this year, so I might have to look at other treatments available to those for next year. This is my new cornus I bought recently, should flower next year. Various persimmon plants here in various stages. I've got one, there's one, that's my Rojo Relent. You can't quite see it, but that's got 1 fruit on it, so it's worth showing that one. I've got 1 fruit on my Chocolatino persimmon, 1 fruit that's set and stayed on the plant. That's now got to the stage where it should be past dropping. Down here I've got a Fuyu with 1 fruit on it. The youngish plant will be able to support that fruit easily. None of my other persimmons have any fruits on them except for my the Lotus, which has got some fruits on it, but of course they're only tiny. They're probably going to be no bigger than large peas or small acorns. If you've been watching my other videos, you'll know that I'm very excited. My pawpaw has got fruits on it. There's about 5 set. I've bagged them all to try and protect them from unexpected attacks by birds or insects. My other name figs haven't done as well in pots as I expected. Don't know if I need to, perhaps I need to feed them, or I'll have to try that. I thought they didn't like to be fed figs, but I think that might be an error of judgment, so I will be giving them some more food. If I just walk back this way, just let you see 3 of my tomatoes are starting to ripen now. I have had a little bit of blossom end rot on them, so I need to investigate I think the watering's been a bit inconsistent, which can cause it, and I might need to just check on nutrients, and I'm going to feed them with some tomato food today, because a lot of the fruits haven't got it, but a few of them have got blossom end rot. Excuse me. It's my petunia's still giving out a nice floral display. Still got some flowers on my lavender. I think I've lost one lavender, not sure what's caused that, possibly overwatering. I featured this in a video yesterday. That little one, golden leaf one, is my Chilean guava. That's Butterball. Next to it, the small one is hidden at the bottom, is Kapow. And here I've got my variegated Chilean guava. The first of my 3 pot grown feijoas, or pineapple guavas. These ones still have quite a lot of flowers on them. I've got a Gemini, another Mammoth, and another Triumph. I don't know if they'll get any fruit set on them, but as you can see, there's plenty of flowers on the one at the back there as well. On the fence there is my chocolate vine, Akebia quinata, which I've got 2 varieties, and I've now managed to order another one, which is the white flowered one, so I should get, once they get flowering, I should get cross-pollination on those. Sadly, no sign of growth from my pecan, or pecan, so that seems to have been a complete failure at the moment. My Calycanthus Aphrodite is still flowering intermittently. There's a flower bud behind here that's hidden. This has been flowering, this is the first year I had it, and it's been flowering since June on and off, so I'm pleased with that. Got my 2 loquats here. There's an Oliver and a Mrs. Cookson. I think I made the mistake of feeding this one because it looks like the leaves have been burnt, the young leaves have been burnt from fertiliser. They don't really like plant food, so I shall make sure I don't feed them anymore. This is my little blue bean tree, or dead man's fingers. This is Decaisnea fargesii. Should produce edible fruits in time. My these cherry tomatoes is what I'm going to say. These tomatoes seem to be doing better than the others, with less blossom end rot on them. Got plenty of flowers on them still. Tucked away at the back, just worth a quick mention, is my Passiflora incarnata, which is the Maypop. This one's doing better out of the 2. It's even got a flower bud appearing on it, so I'm quite pleased with how they're looking. So I'll just walk away and manage not to fall over. Got my Alocasia Calidora here, and some offcuts from it which are now coming up. So I'm pleased with the progress on those. And then my second raised border, variegated rhododendron. As you can see, lots more Atropanthus on it. I've got my 2 potted camellias here, and I'm not featuring the tropical fruits in this video because it's just a walk around of the garden plants. But finally, in that bag there is my one and only Braber fig, which is looking absolutely fabulous. So that was just a very quick walk around the garden. I'm trying to keep it down to a sensible level rather than doing a 25-minute one covering every single plant. I just wanted people to get a feel for how the garden's looking this year. Certainly it seems to have suited the flowers, but the fruit set's been pretty disappointing on some of the plants. But I'm obviously still hoping that they'll take to the containers, and next year some of these persimmons have definitely got to the size where I'll be expecting to see flowers on them. So I should get some more persimmons next year if I can keep the plants healthy in pots. Anyway, that was my quick garden tour for the first Sunday of the month. Plenty of colour here, plenty of things to attract the bees, plenty of scent from the flowers. I much appreciate it. So again, if anybody who has taken the time to watch the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with anyone you think might be interested in what you can grow in our climate. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and if you obviously click the bell, you'll be notified of future videos which will include updates on many of these plants, such as the pineapple guavas, as the fruits hopefully develop. I'll catch up with you all soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Brett out for now.